Hey guys, welcome to Ask Auntie Nella After Dark, After Dark, After Dark. This topic is going to be a really nice hot topic. I want you guys to make sure you get your questions ready and aiming and shooting them my way because I'm ready to answer them. But the After Dark is, my husband is pressuring me to be more sexual. I'm shy and not sure what to do. So we're going to tackle that one. We're going to wait for some people to log on. While you're logging on, make sure you invite your friends and say, hey, Auntie Nella's on live. So we can get with this topic. Make sure you're going to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. The other thing is, share. I don't mind you guys sharing my posts. Share. Because one thing I will say is, you never know which one of my posts that you share might hit somebody's heart. Or hit somebody's struggle. So share it, like my videos, invite some people from your friends list. Invite them to the Ask Auntie Nella page. We'll add them on. They'll get to, chat and see Auntie Nella live as well. My YouTube channel is Ask Auntie Nella, period after Nella. So go subscribe on that while we're waiting on that to happen. We'll give some people some more time to log on to this After Dark because I know they got some good questions for me. I know. Hey, y'all. I'm waiting for these questions to come through. Get your typing fingers ready.
Brandy.
Hey, guys. I have to say I had a lot of new people on tonight, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to invite, be added to the page and jumping on and listen to my live. One thing I will say is I love sharing my wisdom, and my goal is to hope that I touch somebody that they don't make the same mistakes or don't put themselves in a position to make, same mistakes I could have or would have made. So I don't mind sharing my wisdom. Send your comments. Let me tell you something. If you're going to sit there and have a comment in your head and not ask it, then I can't answer it. So I want you to send me comments my way, questions my way, and I will answer them for you.
Hey, Cordell.
Hey, Cordell. So let's jump on. Are we ready to move on now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So my husband is pressuring me to be more sexual. I'm shy, not sure what to do. First, before I step in a little bit deep, let me step back a little bit. I first want you to self-check yourself. And the reason why I want you to self-check yourself, I want to make sure you're not putting the pressure on yourself because of something you're thinking. That's the first thing you want to do. The next thing is, if your husband is sharing it with you, be honest enough to say, okay, what am I missing? What are you looking for? What are your expectations? Because if you ask those important questions, you've laid your foundation to decide which way you want to go. And what I mean by that is, you can go light or kinky. So if you've had that conversation with them and they share, you know what, well, I just like you in, some stilettos and a nice little outfit. That's simple. Go get you a nice little nurse outfit, put you some fishnet stockings on, put you some pumps on, and you good to go. But if you want to go a little bit kinky, that's a conversation you have to ask yourself, but you also have to, find out from him what he means. Make him draw a line in the sand and tell you what he's looking for. At that point, you got to decide, do I want to jump overboard and go a little kinky with him? Or do I just want to, take it slow? But the one thing you have to do is be honest and true to you. If it's something you don't like or you don't want to do, don't do it. Because if you do it, you're going to make yourself feel less of a woman. You're stripping your self-worth from yourself because it's something you didn't want to do. It's okay to be honest with your mate. It's okay to be honest with your husband. Because here's the thing. If your husband, you share with your husband, I'm willing to, try some of these things, but you know what? I have to take baby steps towards this. If he loves you, he's going to take the time and, encourage you to get you to that point. Nothing is going to happen overnight. So ask those questions to make sure you know which direction you're going. before you go into a direction where you're a little bit too kinky and that's not what he's looking for, or you're not kinky enough. So you want to make sure you're, straddling that fence to figure out what is he looking for. Because my job as a wife to please my husband, like it's my husband's job as a husband to please me. So I want to make sure he's not just getting what he's supposed to get out of it. I'm getting what I'm supposed to get out of it too. Look, there's two of us. We need to get ours. We need to get them together. So I just like to make sure that conversation, and again, if you notice when I say conversation, that's that communication. That's the communication of understanding, knowing exactly what your spouse is looking for. He may be looking for, you know what, I want to do a little foreplay. That's easy. Foreplay is easy. That's something easy. Your foreplay may be a little bit different. Ask the questions. Make him or her be direct with you to tell you what they're looking for. It's okay if you're shy. It's okay if you're shy, and especially if you're new into a marriage or you're new into a relationship. It's okay if you're shy. If you're new into that marriage, there's some things you're going to tread water and you're going to be shy with. You should, but you have to remember your husband is your husband. Your bedroom is your bedroom. You guys choose what to do, how you want to do it in your bedroom. But having that conversation and trying to understand what the both of you guys are looking for, that's a different story. You don't want to ever be in, a situation where, you're trying to experience some pleasure and then the pleasure nosedives. Nobody feels good about that, because then you're like, is it me or is it him? Am I not fulfilling what I need to fulfill? Or is she not getting everything she needs? You never want to put those thoughts in your mind. So that's why it's important to tackle down and, force them in to give you direct answers of what they're looking for. And if it's not what you're looking for, be honest. Be honest, be honest, be honest. It's okay to be honest. It's okay to feel like, you know what, I'm new to this. I don't know what to do. If let's say he's the guy that wants you to dress up. Dress up and practice in the mirror. Do some moves in the mirror. Everybody done stuff in the mirror. I know we done sung in the mirror before. You have to prepare your situation when it comes down to it. You have to prepare yourself. We're going to learn. You're going to, make some fails. You're going to be new to it. It's okay to be new. Don't feel bad about being new. It's okay to be new. Being new is a new thing that you're going to learn. So learning something new means you don't know it all. I'm 49 years old and I'm still living in the world and I don't know a lot. So there's things that but what I want to do is I always want to elevate my marriage. I always want to do things to spice my marriage up. I never want my marriage to be bored, because having a bored marriage means there's no growth, meaning you stunt your growth. People say all the time, well, sex is not important, Don't believe that. Sex is just as important as me being committed to him. Sex is just important as us working together, making sure we're paying these bills. Sex is important. All that completes a circle of a marriage. You can't have a marriage and not have sex. You can't, because sex allows you to connect with your spouse emotionally. You have to. If you don't connect emotionally, physically, and everything else, you're hurting your marriage. So it's important. Sex is a part of every big conversation that you're going to have. You want to know, and you want to try to be the best that you can be at pleasing your mate. Just like your mate needs to be the best that he can be or she can be to please you. So don't feel bad about being shy and new. Y'all working on it together. It's a good thing to feel that way.
Right now, roll yes, roll talk. Cordell wrote, great topic, teach. Danisha Morgan wrote, you right.
You just have to. I never want a relationship. I never want a marriage. I never want something to fail when you could have done something as easy as had a conversation. Be direct. Tell me what you want. Do you want me to flip from left to right? Do you want me to be on top? Do you want me to spin around? Do you want me to make them tell you what they want? Because if you tell me what you want, I then have to make the decision to myself and say, can I give him what he wants, or can I give her what she's looking for? I have to make that decision. That's me. I have to make the decision. But if I make that decision to choose not to give them what they want, then I need to come back and have a conversation and say, hey, here's my problem. I'm willing to give you what you want, but right now I'm not in the position because I don't think that's going to make me feel, good about me just yet. I'm willing to work on it. I'm willing to get there, but give me some time. That's being honest. That's being true to you. But if you choose to do something that you're not happy with, then that's no different. Your thought process will be no different than you laying down, you stand on the corner being a prostitute, and you get a Mr. John and you lay down with him. Your thought process will be that you will strip away your self-worth. You will strip it away because you did something you didn't want to do and you didn't feel good about it. It's okay. A marriage is give and take. You know what? I may give you something this time, and then I may decide to say, you know what? I can't do it. I can't. Honesty and communication is always important. They're either going to like it or they're not going to like it. Either they're going to decide to work with you and allow you the time to feel comfortable in your space and do it. Because here's the thing. If you feel comfortable in doing something, oh baby, you're going to go all out in doing something. You're going to go all out in doing it. Give him what he wants.
Hold on, we have a few comments here. It's probably not the best way, but sometimes it's easier to just do it and not have a conversation because you may be shy to talk about it or ask. Sometimes it's difficult to have a convo. To me, that's more challenging than just, then it kind of cut it off.
Not necessarily. Let me tackle that one. Right quick before I forget. The reason why I say having a conversation, because your thought process could be one thing. So he may say, you know what, I want you to spice up the bedroom. Your thought process may be one avenue. His thought process may be another avenue. And that's why I say it's okay to ask the question. You don't have to sit down and have a, horrible conversation and be like, well, let's sit down and talk about what you said. You could be like, you know what? I know you want me to spice it up, but you need to share to me what you want me to spice up and do. Make it funny. Send him a funny text. You don't have to have a hard-driven conversation and be like, all serious. Well, what you want me to do when it comes to sex? Because there's some things I ain't going to be doing. Make it funny. Spice it up. Own your situation for you and lay it out there and see what happens.
All right. We have Raynell. She wrote exactly. Cardell, some men are afraid to ask their women to get too freaky because of her reaction. We also have Lawrence. I think if you are married, pound while out.
Correct. Pound while out. While out. I'm going to say, too, I'll answer Cardell's question, too. It is difficult if you're in that position where you're afraid. But here's the thing. I say this. If you put yourself in a space where you're afraid to ask a question, you're denying yourself of what you're looking for. And so the problem that you put yourself in is, now you put thought processes in your mind that, you know what, if she don't want to give it to me, then I'm going to get it elsewhere. That's why it's important to be like, there's ways that you can present it. You guys, I don't want you to think that you have to be hardcore or you have to, just slam it in their face. There's fun ways to present it. Be like, me and my coworkers was at work talking about this, and here's what the conversation was. What you think about that? You'll be surprised if you label somebody else what you might get. So lay it out there and see what happens. Now, if her response comes back, well, I ain't going to do that, or his response comes back, I ain't going to do that, then your conversation, your responsibility, why? I think, it's time for us to try some new things. It's okay to have them shut you down the first time. Wait a little bit. Try again later. Who says you can't try again? Keep trying until you get it. When you are married and you are in a union, you should be doing everything you can do to allow your marriage to grow. When it comes to sex, you should be trying to figure out everything. Because let me tell you something. 24 years and being together for 29 years, I will tell you, if I look back on my first year to my 24th year, baby, sex life is totally different. Because you grow. There's growth that happens. There's things that you want to try. There's things that you want to do. So don't be afraid. Don't deprive yourself of some love. Some great love. Don't deprive yourself of it.
We have another comment. It's definitely okay to ask, and you should. I'm just saying it may be more challenging to put into words than to just do it. Just saying. Raynell, you should never be afraid to ask for what you want. Communication is key. Cardell, not me. We good. Raynell, I'm very aggressive. I take what I want. Not everything. Everything isn't always good in the bedroom.
Everything isn't always good in the bedroom, but that's why I always tell people, you are your own individual. You have to create your marriage to your blueprint. You can't create your marriage to my blueprint. You can't create your marriage to your girl blueprint. You can't create your marriage to anybody else's blueprint, or your sex life to anybody else's blueprint. Because here's the thing. You have to create your sex life with your blueprint and your stamp on it. That's something that you have to do. When I'm sharing stuff, I'm sharing it in a sense of, there might be things that people are fearful of. There might be ideas that people are looking for. And so when I'm sharing it, I don't want you guys to say, take what I'm saying, run with it, and do everything I say. No, I want you to take bits and pieces and create your blueprint for you. Because a lot of people are fearful when it comes to sex. A lot of people are fearful. They just want to do the same thing. And you can't have longevity in a relationship doing the same thing. I can promise you that. If you have longevity in a marriage and you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and he ain't complaining about doing the same thing, you better check something. Because brother or sister might be doing something they don't have no business doing. Because you don't want to eat. I tell people to do this. Do you want to eat a bologna sandwich 365 days a year? Absolutely not.
Maybe.
So why would your palate will get bored? Maybe your palate, trust me, your palate will get bored. You're going to want something different. Your palate is not set to eat bologna sandwiches 365 days a year for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, you want something different. Your taste buds are going to signal that you want something different. So that's why it's key to try and add different stuff. You don't have to get too crazy. You don't have to get too kinky. But at the end of the day, you want to add some new changes to your sex life when it comes down to it, especially for growth.
Taking what you want can get you locked up.
It can.
If your relationship us at that level, I'm not quite sure what that means. Mm-hmm. Some people just want a cheeseburger and not the onion ring cheddar corn chip burger.
What I will say is, you have to know your spouse. You have to know your spouse. So you may have some people say, you know what, I just take what I want. They know their spouse. Their spouse might be willing to try new things and have no problem with it. But you have to know your spouse. Don't go in there and decide that you're going to take some stuff, because you might get locked up. He might decide, well, she raped me. I don't know what man gonna do that, but there's some men that might try to do that. But in the same token, you have to know your mate. You have to know your partner. If you don't know your partner, then it's gonna be crucial for you to figure him out. Because when it comes down to sex, you're gonna know what you can give, what you can take, what he can give, what he can take. So you want to make sure, if it's something that you may feel is too kinky, maybe tone it down a little bit. Go for it. You never know. If you feel like your spouse is going to be a spouse that's going to react to it in a wrong way, then you may try baby steps and try it and see what happens and not share it with them. Because he might like it. You never know. Create your blueprint when it comes to sex for you and your partner and your spouse. Create it for you guys, because I can't create it for you. All I can do is share. It's key if you're in your marriage, and you haven't dressed up, tried on a kinky outfit and haven't dressed up, put on you some stilettos, put on you some stockings and try some stuff, try it. Try it. You will never know how it will turn out.
Is it okay for a 3-minute session?
If you want to ask me that question, let me answer my question first, then I'm going to answer that question. A 3-minute session is horrible for me, because I will vocalize. If you give me a 3-minute session, I'm going to vocalize. And I will tell you, I will be mad and pissed off. That's me. But if a 3-minute session satisfies the next person, I can't make that decision for them. Your 3-minute session is what you enjoy. For me, a 3-minute session is not. Now, here's the flip side to that. If you have a man who can only deliver a 3-minute session, and you're not one of these people who, willing to accept that 3-minute session, then you may want to try a little long foreplay a little bit before he get to that, he get to that thing, or she get that thing, or she get that stick shift from him. So you want to make sure at the end of the day, you got some, at least, 10, 15 minutes of foreplay. And then when y'all get to getting, you get your thing, and the 3 minutes over, it don't look like 3 minutes. It was 23 minutes. So you just want to make sure. If you like it, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong in sex. Right or wrong comes with you and your spouse. Whatever right with him, whatever wrong with you, vice versa. That's where it becomes. It has nothing. There's no right. There's people who love 3-minute sessions. There's 3 minutes who love them. But if you asking Auntie Nella, absolutely not.
Raynell, oh my. Get the best out of those 3 minutes. Might be the best 3 in a while.
You better. And that's why I'm saying, if you struggle with the fact that, oh my God, every time, we get into our sex session, he's done in 3 minutes. Or she's done and it's over with in 3 minutes and she's done. Then you need to do some foreplay. Create some foreplay which would allow you a little bit more time. Like I said, you might get 23 minutes versus 3 minutes out of that session.
Somebody said blue pills.
Blue pills will help you. If you struggling, I have them go talk to the doctor, because the other thing is, we joke about people being quick when it comes to it, but there could be a health reason. So have a conversation with your man and say, you know what, the last month or so, every time we try to do something, you done in 2-3 minutes, and I ain't even got to my my adrenaline, my heart ain't even beating fast. What, you sure you don't want to go to the doctor? And especially if they're a person that didn't start off that way, like you're in a relationship and then now all of a sudden it's 3 minutes, you need to go walk him right on in the doctor, set him an appointment and talk to the doctor, say, look, doc, 3 minutes, he done. Maybe he might need that little blue pill. He might. Don't feel bad about it. Have a conversation, because it could be medical. It could be medical, and you don't want to deprive yourself if it's medical when you could get that little blue pill, which will help you. So I'm going to say, always, always, always know your mate. Know them from top to bottom. Know what they're willing to do. Know what they're not willing to do. If you're shy, try to, take baby steps into it. Try to walk into it with baby steps. Don't feel bad about walking into it. Because one thing I will tell you is, after a while, that shyness will change. Growth will happen. And before you know it, you'll be having some banging sex sessions. And you'll look back and be like, I can't believe that at the end of the day, I was this way in the beginning, and here I am now. The straight and up front person that I am today, I wasn't as straight and up front in the beginning of my marriage. But I always knew what I wanted, and I always shared what I wanted. If they position themselves in the wrong place, nope, you ain't at the right spot. Yeah, you hit that G spot. I was very honest. If something happened and I liked it, I talked about it and said, yeah, that was a good spot. So don't think just because you're new into it and you're shy and you're not sure what to do that that's a bad thing. No, because I promise you that shyness will allow you to grow. And when you see that growth, baby, it's going to be awesome. It will be awesome at the end of the day. Continue. If he's pressuring you, find out what he's pressuring you for. What is he looking for? Okay, you're pressuring me to be more sexual. What are you looking for? What sexual you want me to look? You want me to swing from the chandeliers? What you want me to do? Be honest and let him tell you, and then you make the decision if that's something truly you want to do. Don't do anything that you feel is going to discredit you. Don't do anything that you feel is going to take away your self-worth. Because here's the problem. The struggle to build that self-worth back up is going to be an uphill battle. And so it's always important to make sure you're not destroying your temple to build his temple up. We have to build our temple up together. So if it's something I don't like, I'm not allowing you to pressure me into it. Now, we talked a while about, I think a month ago, about a threesome. Girls get pressured into doing threesome. If that's something you choose to do, you better look at the whole picture. That's a mindset that you have to look at the whole picture. You can't come to me and ask me about bringing another woman in the bedroom, because you know what? Ask Auntie Nella is truly selfish when it comes to it. I want you to focus on me and me only. So that's what I mean. It's key and important to know what they're asking when they're asking for you to give them more. What more do you want? You want me to wiggle to the left? You want me to wiggle to the right? You want me to scoot up to the front? You want me to move to the back? You want me on top? What you want? Be honest. And then if you could deliver it, baby, work hard to deliver the best sex session with that you can deliver. Bring it on.
Bear inside her.
Shut up. That was you cut out.
Yeah.
All day long, because it's important. It's important. One of the things I want you guys to do, I'm going to do a quick little recap here. And my recap is this. Be okay to pressure yourself to do new things if you're okay with doing new things, but knowing what the new things that you need to do from your spouse or your spouse is looking for. Be okay with that. Never do something that's going to strip you of your self-worth. Never do something that's going to make you feel less than a woman. Never do something that's going to build him up but tear you down. Because nobody's going to benefit. He's going to benefit from being built up because he got exactly what he's looking for. But in the flip side, you strip yourself of your self-worth. So now you're struggling. I don't understand why I did it. And you could almost best believe that the fact that you did that and you built his temple up and you tore your temple up, he's going to expect more. So that's why it's key to be honest and know what you're looking for and know what they're looking for. But be true to you. Be true to yourself on every level. Sex doesn't mean I need to please him all the time or I need to please her all the time. Sex is a give and take. You give, I take. I give, you take. It needs to go both ways. And we need to be able to connect at the hip and rock that boat. Yeah. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. I hope you guys got some things out of tonight. What I'm going to say is continue to send your comments. I'm going to pop up. I'm going to start popping up during the week and answering some of your questions. So, it might be during the day, it might be in the afternoon. Just, look at those lives if you don't get a chance when I'm doing my lives. So I'll tackle some of your questions. Continue to send comments my way. Like my videos, share my videos, add some of your friends from your friends list that you think might, get a reward from, doing some of these sessions. Send some topics that you might think you want, me to talk about. You can inbox to me. If you want to remain anonymous, I will keep you anonymous. All you need to do is share your topic and tell me the topic that you want to talk about, whether it's relationship or it's after dark. I'm taking both. So send me that stuff that way, inbox me, and nobody else will know but me or you who you are. I will never share who you are, but I will discuss the topic and I will answer your questions up front and honest. With that being said, thanks, Auntie Nella Nation. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next Monday with a new topic and some hot new stuff. Have a great night.